Hi, this is Lisa from the UC VAWLT, and today we're going to take a look at proper nouns so that we will know when to capitalize. It's important to know the difference between proper nouns and common nouns. So Webster's New World Dictionary defines proper as designating a noun that names a specific individual, place, etc. So we've all heard of them, proper nouns, but we should take a few minutes to separate the proper nouns from the common nouns. So here are some examples we can compare and contrast. So on the left we have some common nouns, and on the right we have the proper versions, the proper nouns. So you could talk about your boss, or we could talk about the specific name of your boss, which in this case is Michelle with a capital M because it's a name. Then you have the common noun mountain, or we could talk about which specific mountain, in this case the Appalachian Mountains, so we have a capital A and a capital M. We could talk about retail stores in general, or we could mention which specific one, in this case Sears with a capital S. Then we have fast food chains. If we want to be more specific and name one in particular, we could say Burger King with a capital B and a capital K. We can have the common noun city, or we can more specifically pick a particular city, in this case Augusta with a capital A. And again, we have the common noun street, but we can be more specific and say it's on Main Street with a capital M and a capital S. There are many types of schools, so school is a common noun, but if we want to be very specific and name one, we could pick the University of Maine with a capital U and a capital M. And then we have titles of different people or positions. So the word title itself is just a common noun, but if we're talking about Governor LePage, we would use a capital G and a capital L. So you can look on these sites for some more examples of common and proper nouns. The OWL at Purdue and K12reader.com. Now we're going to take a look at some proper nouns in sentences. So if we want to just say, I hiked a mountain yesterday, with the common word mountain, it's going to be lowercase m. But if we want to say, I hiked Mount Katahdin yesterday, we would use the capital M and the capital K on Mount Katahdin. I spoke with the mayor today. So in this case, we have mayor as just a common noun. But if we want to talk about specifically which mayor, we could say, I spoke with Mayor Stokes today, and use a capital M and a capital S. This is an example of mayor being used as a title with a specific person's name, Mayor Stokes. I live in the city. City in this case is just a common noun. But I could also say I live in Bangor, Maine. Bangor would be done with a capital B, and of course Maine would be done with a capital M because it's specifying a particular state. Here's a 3-minute video with music and some examples. We'll watch part of it just so you can take a short break.
Proper nouns, they're all around. Throughout the town, you'll see proper nouns. Beginning proper nouns with capital letters will make your writing even Australia, Asia, Europe, and all over the place. Proper nouns, they're all around. Throughout the town, you'll see proper nouns. Beginning proper nouns with capital letters will make your writing even better. Names of places like Disney World, names of boys and names of girls, titles of movies, stories, song shows, titles of the brand names in your clothes, months of the year like April and May, holidays like Thanksgiving Day, Bill's Diner, Taco Heaven, places you eat, and favorite shows like Sesame Street. Proper nouns there.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed that short little YouTube video. It is definitely catchy and it shows many great examples of when you would use capital letters for proper nouns. So common and proper, we'll take a look at some more examples again to compare and contrast. So the word mascot is a common noun, but we could use slugger, which is more specifically showing us the Portland Sea Dogs mascot, so it uses a capital S in its name. Then we have the common noun state, but more specifically if we want to talk about the great state of Maine, we would need to use a capital letter for M in the word Maine, a proper noun. And then we have the common noun lighthouse, but if we want to be more specific and talk about a particular lighthouse, we could use the Portland headlight as an example and use a capital P and a capital H. A few more examples. We have the common noun car, but if we want to be very specific and talk about the very flashy Porsche, then we would need a capital P. Then we can talk about a regular old piece of candy, or more specifically, we could talk about the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. A proper noun, and the R, the P, the B, and the C would all need to be capitalized. We could talk about the common noun for a camera, but if we wanted to talk about a specific type of camera or brand of camera, we could use the word Nikon and use a capital N for the proper noun. So this video can be seen at our website for the UC VAWLT, and that can be found at learn.maine.edu/vault. You can also visit us on Google Plus under the UC VAWLT community. And we can also be found on Twitter using hashtag VAWLT, capital VAWLT. Some of the resources I used for today's presentation was the handy YouTube video, Grammar Songs by Melissa, and the good old Webster's Dictionary. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation today on proper nouns, and I hope you have a better understanding for when you should capitalize nouns to make them proper nouns when you're being most specific versus using a lowercase for simple common nouns. And thank you. This is Lisa Sturgis from the UC VAWLT.